Hello, welcome to When the Smoke Clears. My name is Joel, your host. I am coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. Just here on this hot sun. I always like to choose different locations to do my podcast. So today I'm coming to you from the northwest end of San Antonio. I figured I'd choose this place right here because I like the way the flags looked in the background. So, being a veteran and everything, you know what's up. But, again, I always like to get my podcast started with the moment of silence for the addict who still suffers. So, a moment of silence, if you would, please. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Well, today's a pretty good day. I figured I'd come to you today to just, talk about the everyday life of a person struggling with addiction, and the steps of how to deal and engage with different problems of everyday life, right? So, excuse me, just let me adjust this thing freaking good. But okay, yeah. So, like I said, I'm my week has well, the past week was kind of a difficult week. Just going through meetings and stuff, and just hearing different stories, and when you hear these different stories of different people's problems and their addiction and where they're at and where they're going, it kind of just opens up new wounds, if you would, to your addiction. And I think triggers are going to always be there, and how you deal with that trigger is going to be key. And but I think on top of that, just staying engaged in well, for me personally, staying engaged with my higher power, if you will, with my faith and that sort of thing, and staying engaged in the program as a whole. Is what keeps me motivated, what keeps me going, and what keeps me reminded of where I've been, and it keeps me aware of the dark and deep despair, stronghold, if you will, of where I was, and how unhappy I was, and how I just had longed to get out of that, and just waiting for the crash and burn. And there's no way around triggers, you know what I mean? No matter how many boundaries you set, and this is just me being real, because if I tell you that, hey, you know what, if you do this, if you do that, then you're going to be good. But that's not the case, because everyday life is just that, everyday life, and things are hard no matter what. I mean, there's going to be some days that are good, and there's going to be some days that are just, man, you're ready to just do the backflip back into the addiction. And that's where you got to really, really, really maintain that progressive, forward, ongoing, positively, motivated mind to keep striving, because there's going to be times that your wheels are going to be turning. You're going to be like, man, I'm getting nowhere, but there's always tomorrow. And if you keep doing what you did the following day, I mean, you're going to keep moving forward. You know what I mean? No matter how big the step is, if you put one foot in front of the other, eventually you're going to get moving, right? So my whole thing with that is that keeping engaged in my faith, keeping engaged in with my higher power, and doing that on the daily basis, and also just being involved in the 12-step program, if it even means that I'm just reading a few pages of an NA book, of some sort of faith-based book, anything like that, that's for the positive and keeps your mind occupied, is always better than doing nothing at all. Because just like the good old guy back in one of the meetings that I went to, his name is Greg. That fellow, you know, he always said, you know, if you do nothing, if nothing gets done, if you do nothing, then guess what? Nothing happens. And that's exactly right. You know what I mean? If you do zero things to keep yourself in recovery, to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself moving, then nothing happens. So just always remember that you're going to have to, no matter, even if you just have a post-it note that you write something positive on that you say every morning, that in itself is just one positive thing that you're doing in a day. And when you do that once, it keeps multiplying, and then you find it easier to maintain your sobriety. You find it easier to stay in the realm of recovery, and you enjoy it. You know what I mean? You're happy. You're not there just stuck and just mad and just bitter in a sense. But you have to be engaged, and like the books always say, you have to be open-mindedness. You have to be willing, and you have to be ready to be truthful and honest to the change. And because if you're not, then you're just going to stay there, and it's easier to, you know, fall into the pitfalls. It's easier for the relapses, and you know, relapses can be, you know, 1 hour, it could be a day, it could be a weekend, it could be a month. For me particularly, it was 5 years. You know what I mean? That's what I don't want for you. You know, if my words can just help somebody not be and not fall into one of those type of relapses, man, then, you know, hey, you know what? My words are multiplying pretty good then. But because, you know, a 5-year relapse, man, that was just, not very many people do that, and you know, I'd hate for anyone to go through what I did. But at any rate, you know, I just encourage you to stay positive. You know, I just wanted to kind of get this little quick video out just to, you know, I promised myself that I would do one every day, and you know, whether they're 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, for me, that's something that I get off my chest. That's something that I feel that is a service to somebody somewhere. And so please, I encourage you to keep looking at my videos, and if you need help, if you think that, you know, you're ready to stop, or if you don't know, or if you're just in this turmoil of here and there, you feel like you're getting pulled away one way and the other, and you know, but you still find yourself, you know, using or drinking or whatever the addictive battle that you got is, just know that there is help. And if nobody hasn't told you today that they care for you, well, you know what, my brothers and sisters, I care for you, and that's why I do this. So if you're in San Antonio, Texas, then look out for the Esperanza group downtown San Antonio on the west side, the Winners Club in the northwest end of town, the Goliad group in the southeast side of town, and Club 12, which is in the north central side of town. All these places have great folks there. They have both types of 12-step program meetings, and they're really good in the things that they do. They care, and they will not shun you away. So please, if you would, hit the like button. And my email is joelscorpflow@gmail.com. Shoot me an email if you need help. If you think that if I can help in any way, shape, or form, I will do so. And if I can't, I will navigate you to the resources and the people and the numbers that may help you. So again, I just wanted to throw this quick message out. Keep the faith, my brothers and sisters, and stay sober. And if you're in that place, man, give me a call. Call somebody, get into a meeting, and stay engaged. Until next time, When the Smoke Clears, we'll see you.